There is a belief out there that every feature a user might need should be implemented to create the best usability possible, which should result in an awesome user experience. But is it really like that, or should you rather reduce the amount of features to a minimum? Let's find that out today. I'm your host Chris, and this is the UX Global's podcast. Alright, so why would you add as many features as possible? It is obvious, you want to satisfy every single need any user might have. And this can be sensible if your target group is very small. Let's say the project you are working on is for a small business with in total 10 employees. The amount of features they want to have will not be that much, and therefore it could work out to implement all of these features. Let's say every of these 10 users wants to have 20 features. That would make 200 features in one application. Sounds realizable, right? But why would you not implement every feature in an application? The reason is equally as obvious. There are simply too many wishes for two specific functions. I would also like to introduce you an example for this case. Imagine a company developing a globally operating system, and their target group is every single user on this Earth. The Earth population is around 7.8 billion people. Let's use 7 billion for the calculation, as it is easier and probably not everyone has a device for that operating system anyways. If every person had 20 wishes like in the example before, it will result in 14 billion features. How would you like to create a concept for this big amount of features with a high user experience? No one should even think about trying to create a solution for that with today's standards of hardware and software. Obviously, many people have some related or equal interests, and therefore it might be only like, for example, 1 billion features. But this is still way too much for one system. Let's take our music break, and I will be right back with the solution to this problem. Okay, so what is the solution to implementing enough but not too many features? The answer is quite easy. Simply do your analysis correctly and find what your users really need. And then you need to do your prototyping properly. The more user tests you do, the more likely it gets that the really important features get implemented. So it is actually quite easy. For the analysis phase of big systems like an operating system, I would advise you to do a competitor analysis and online surveys, as they can probably bring you the most accurate results for this big amount of users. If you, however, have a very small target group, do individual interviews or make some focus group discussions to get deeper insights. Another approach for big systems that I would like to explain is to create an operating system, for example, with the most essential functionalities and implement plugins and add-ons that users can install depending on their individual needs. Therefore, all users can get satisfied, but the basic operating system still has a high usability. It is, however, our responsibility as entrepreneurs to solve this problem. But how? Think about artificial intelligence and deep learning. What if you could implement every function any user on this planet might want? And this system knows what each individual user might want and can predict the functions they need and will remove everything that is not required by a user. That would be awesome, right? That is some stuff of the future. But who, if not us, needs to get this started now? And with that, I would like to end today's episode. Thank you so much for listening, and remember, always keep pushing, especially the subscribe button. Have a good one.